Welcome to Tech Training 3D Printing 101. My name is Amanda Bull-Chapin. I work at the Lane Community Technology Center in downtown Hamilton, Ohio. Here, we offer patrons the ability to submit 3D files for printing on a first-come, first-serve basis. Unlike some other makerspaces, we do not actually allow patrons to handle the machine. Instead, staff members place your order in a print queue and do the printing for you. This allows patrons to print larger, more complex projects over longer periods of time, rather than limiting them to short bursts of a couple of hours. My longest ever print was 7 days. Because prints are not limited to a set number of hours, we cannot offer you an accurate estimated time for pickup. It all depends on who is ahead of you and how long their project takes. But maybe you are new to printing and you're wondering how you even get a file to submit to us in the first place. I'm going to teach you the basics of how to find, create, and print an object. If you are entirely new to 3D printing, the best way to start is with a one-on-one appointment. If you live near Hamilton, Ohio, and would like to reserve an appointment, give us a call at 513-785-2727. Our business hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays, and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. We are closed on Sundays. When you call, one of our friendly staff members will help you find a block of time and walk you through the process. Most appointments run about 1 hour. The staff member may ask you some questions about your project, your timeline, and the colors or types of filament that you plan to use. If your project requires a special type or color of filament, we may ask you to donate the spool. It is important to remember that staff are there to teach. They are there to guide and assist, but they are not professional graphic designers or industrial machine operators. Ultimately, this is your project, so you will be the one in control. 3D printing materials are called filaments. These are thermoplastics, which are plastics that melt rather than burn when heated. They can be shaped or molded at high temperatures, and then they solidify and fuse together when cooled. A 3D printer is a little like a fancy glue gun. Filament is fed into a heating chamber where it is melted and then pushed or extruded through a metal nozzle. The nozzle is programmed to trace a path small layer by small layer, with each layer fusing with the one below it to create a 3D object. Different printers will accept different types of filament. Here at the Tech Center, we prefer PLA, polylactic acid, the easiest material to print. For special projects, we also accept ABS and PETG. We don't accept flexible or other experimental types of filament. We keep a wide selection of PLA and a small selection of ABS and PETG on site. But if you need a specific color or type, you can purchase it at stores like Micro Center or online marketplaces like Amazon. We print on the Prusa i3 Mark IIIs Plus. Its dimensions are 250 by 210 by 210 millimeters or 9.84 by 8.3 by 8.3 inches. To leave space for a brim and or for a skirt, limit your print to 9 by 8 by 8 or smaller. We use Prusa's Slicer software to convert 3D designs into layers or cross-sections for printing. This is called slicing. A few file formats are supported, but we prefer to work with STL and OBJ files. Most often, we will ask you to save your file in the STL format. You can find 3D print files in a number of locations. Some people sell them online. Some people post them online for free. To find free files, we recommend a repository called Thingiverse. In Thingiverse, make sure to check the summary for any relevant print information, like layer height, infill, or whether or not supports are required. Also check the Makes and Comments tabs. A model with more successful makes is usually a good candidate for printing. A model might lack successful makes if there's a problem with the print. If you're enjoying this video and you want more like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, or even leave a comment. I try to answer all questions in a timely manner. You can also give us a shout out on Facebook. It helps us spread the word about all the cool resources and services we offer. The Comments tab is another great way to tell if others are having trouble with a given print or recommend alternative print settings. If you can, link staff to the Thingiverse page for your print. That way, we have access to all of this information in case we run into difficulties with the print. Once you are fairly certain that the print is right for you, click the Thing Files tab and download the relevant STL file or files. Many computer-aided design or CAD programs exist. They are often very powerful apps that can be very difficult to learn. If you are a Lane Libraries card holder, you can use your card number and PIN to access LinkedIn Learning, which offers several courses on computer-aided design. At the Tech Center, we use a free web-based CAD program called Tinkercad. With a drag-and-drop approach to simple 3D design, Tinkercad is a basic introductory level CAD program. This is what staff will teach you to use during a one-on-one appointment. You will need to create your own account, but staff can help you from there. We also offer some basic Tinkercad programs on a seasonal basis, so be sure to check out our events calendar if you would like some Tinkercad instruction. For more Tinkercad tips and tricks, check out the YouTube video linked on the card above. The basics of Tinkercad are relatively simple. You have your navigation tools here along the left side. Your editing tools are here at the top. Your design tools, the shapes that you use as building blocks, are on the right side. Your grid settings are here at the bottom. To design a model, you group different shapes together or cut away from them with the Whole tool. You can also import very simple 3D models and 2D graphics to incorporate them into your design. When you are designing, try to include a flat surface for printing and try to avoid any holes in the design or any angles greater than about 40%. These may require the inclusion of support material, which you will later have to remove from your project manually. Once you have designed your file, download the STL file. Whether you found your 3D model on a print repository or created your own file, you will need to email your print request to techcenter@lanepl.org. In the subject line of your email, type print request. In the body of the email, ask us to print the item and remember to specify a color preference. If possible, link staff to the Thingiverse page that lists any recommended print settings or details any print issues. Finally, attach the STL files and hit send. You will receive an email when your request is accepted and another email when your print is complete. When it's your turn, staff will open your print in Prusa Slicer and choose the best print orientation and other options for the project. Then we will load the sliced file onto a printer and monitor it for any issues. We usually don't leave prints going overnight or on Sundays, but limit print times to our regular business hours. Remember, the Tech Center cannot provide an ETA and we don't meet deadlines. We print on a first-come, first-serve basis. Our printers can only print one color at a time. Unless you are printing separate pieces or distinct layers, we cannot accommodate requests for multiple colors. One color usually suffices, as most people choose to sand, prime, paint, and coat their finished products. You can reserve time in our makerspace to work on your finished print, but please be advised that we cannot allow spray painting indoors. We recommend that you try any necessary spray painting at home. We do not mail finished prints, so patrons who request prints must be able to either come to the Tech Center in person to collect the finished item or send someone in their place. If you are located near Cincinnati or Hamilton, Ohio, and you'd like to learn more about how to design, print, and finish a project of your own, or you would like to attend any of our in-person tech classes, give us a call at 513-785-2727 or email us at techcenter@lanepl.org. For hours and location information, check out our website at lanepl.org.